Hi, I'm Craig.
And I'm Linda, and we're from True North Genius Alignment Coaching. And we just wanted to jump on today to talk about something that was just really obvious for us to bring up to and to have a chat with you about. And that is, a common theme in personal development at the moment is, being in this state of parasympathetic dominance. And so what I'm talking about there is you will have seen things about lots of meditation and breath work and all these sorts of states of calming your nervous system, which, as tools, they're all actually good and valid things, but it's actually not the thing you're going for.
Yeah, it's not the natural state for us to be in, because what we're aiming to what a lot of these processes are aiming to do is to put us into a state of what we would refer to as per alchemy as being the state of albedo. And albedo is very much a part of the creative process, but it's not the be all and end all. So whilst it's important to, give your body a break from that sort of particular state of stress and that sort of thing, there's more, there's more when it comes to creating a life that's really reflective of the truth of who we are.
Yeah, the aim of the game is not get yourself into this state of feeling beautiful all the time, wonderful all the time, stress-free all the time, because, even though that sounds like a really good thing, and look, let's face it, most of us do live quite a busy, hectic, and sometimes stressful life, and sometimes we can be sympathetic dominant in that we're in that fight and flight mode more than we should be. But we also, it's not healthy for us to be in parasympathetic dominance all the time. It's actually, we're designed to have a balance of both. And the interesting thing is that the way that we've been designed is to create, to be expansive, to transform and transcend. And true creation, true transcendence actually takes both. It takes the state of albedo and the understanding of we've got a current reality that maybe we want to move away from, or we have something new we want to move into, or excited to create. And we must have tension, because we can't create without tension. Tension, if that's gone, if you've got rid of that and you're just feeling all wonderful, you actually are circumventing the processes that allow you to naturally create. Tension's actually an accelerant to our intuition, to give us the insights and the coincidences and the genius ideas that are available to us in any moment to help us get the true end results that we really want to go for. So we do want tension. And I think where the misconception is that we've bought into the idea that we've got to get rid of all of our tension, and we've mislabeled it as stress. And yeah, chronic stress is not good for our bodies. We all know that. But because we're trying to get rid of all of it, we're taking all the juice out of our creative ability and our ability to transform. So we don't want to do that. But what we do want to do is learn how to manage tension, because stress is just mismanaged tension. It's tension that's come along. It's either been misinterpreted as stress. It's just tension, and we've called it something else. We've given it a different meaning to what it actually is, or we've let something get out of hand and we've let the tension actually take us down an alternative pathway other than going for things that we would absolutely love. So it's really important to get a handle on the difference between tension and stress, and also an important distinction being that you don't want to get rid of all of the tension that comes up in your life.
Yeah, I mean, that state of albedo can see you staying there for years and years and years. Problem with it is it's a state of comfort, that we're going for, to be comfortable, and that's based on our need for survival. So we're always going to be attempting to come back to a state of the familiar and therefore the comfortable, but it's not what's going to get us, living and experiencing the fullest expression of life that is available to all of us. So staying in that state too long can have repercussions that are undesirable. But also, as you're saying, it's not about getting rid of tension, but rather learning how to work with and masterfully go about life using tension and resolving that tension in favor of the things that we really love, because it's such a powerful, as you say, accelerant to creating. In fact, it's crucial. Without it, nothing gets created, because everything that's created gets created through the resolution of tension. So, if so at times we won't be comfortable. you know, things are not always going to be comfortable. That's okay. And when we stop labeling that as bad or putting meanings on it that suggests that we need to fix something or change that immediately, but rather that we become more masterful at being with that, what you'll find is actually that discomfort's not a problem, and it's a part of moving through to what you really love. And so, yeah, I think that it's a really good point, you know, because what we're aiming to do with this conversation is kind of give you a broader perspective on what can be narrowed down to, oh, this is what we need to do. You know, we need to stay in this state all the time, otherwise we're buggered. And it's not true.
And then we'll hope that something good will come of that, or, you know, we'll just put our energy into making sure it'll come to us. Now, that may work, but if you want consistently to have great outcomes, you're best to learn the ability to actually take that energy that's freely available to you from the tension. I mean, let's face it, you can create tension in yourself just by thinking about something that you could worry about or whatever. But once you start to learn to master tension, when it comes in, you feel it. One of the things you can do is go, oh, I've got this free energy available to me. And like a jiu-jitsu master, you can start to transmute that energy into a creative force rather than a destructive one. And for me, that when I made that distinction and started using it that way, that became the game changer in terms of when tension arose. And it didn't matter what the tension was, what the circumstance was. Instead of saying, oh, this is what's going on, this is what I'm going to have to fight or take care of or problem solve or whatever, all of it became available immediate energy that I could transmute into, oh, what would I love to create from here? Here we are. I have something else I would love to create, and what will I do from here? So it becomes a next level of what we can do with the tension. Whereas if you're sitting there and trying to get rid of your tension, and meditate it away or breathe it away, and again, nothing wrong with that, because I do meditation, I do breath work at times, but I don't use it to get rid of my tension. I use my tension to create outcomes that I would love, and you do the same, right? Yeah, absolutely. And the other thing that happens with that is, because we do recognize tension is a part of life and part of creating, we allow it in to a degree, and it's not allowed to get away from us. We don't build it into something bigger than it actually is. It just gets to be there and then transmuted. But that also helps us physiologically to adapt, because your body doesn't adapt and get stronger under lack of tension. It actually gets weaker. Like if you don't exercise your muscles, they start to atrophy. They start to shrink and disappear. So when you're exercising, you're putting those muscles under stress. You're actually breaking them a little bit. You're actually causing some damage there. And then over the next few days, the body heals, but it heals stronger. So then you build a muscle. So we do the same with our ability to become more adaptable. And that's actually more important than your ability to tap into your parasympathetic dominance, because that's not actually going to be a very happy and healthy state for your body to be in long term either, because you become less and less adaptable and more controlling of all the circumstances that can't occur, so that you don't fall out of your parasympathetic peace and calm. Right?
Yeah, brilliant.
So just be a little bit more mindful of what you're seeing and what's being presented in front of you, and that it's not all set up against you. In fact, life is set up for you. It's actually stacked in your favor rather than against you. Once you know the structures and tools that you can actually bring to the fore to use in your favor, it's actually really, really easy, isn't it?
And fun.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's it from us today.
Yep.
Look forward to seeing you on the next episode. I hope you got something out of it. If you did, put a comment below, hit the like button, and also make sure you've subscribed.
Beautiful. See you soon.
All right, have a great day.